class. Today in this huddle, we are going to be going over diastema closures. Diastema closure using resin composite material can be a great service to provide for your patient. When done right and with proper planning, it can yield a natural looking smile. However, when this is done without proper planning, it can result in unacceptable aesthetics for your patient. Prior to starting your diastema closure, let's go back to our days of dental anatomy. The average width for the maxillary central incisor is 8.5 millimeters, making the total width for both 8 and 9 17 millimeters. The incisoggingival length for a central incisor is 10.5 to 11 millimeters. For a lateral incisor, we have a mesial distal width averaging 6.5 millimeters. For the practitioner, keeping these values in mind are very important when planning a diastema closure. Prior to treatment planning, you must make sure that all of your records are in place, including radiographs, mounted diagnostic casts that will likely be used to complete a diagnostic wax-up for your diastema closure. Careful evaluation and treatment planning will allow you to make appropriate treatment decisions for your patient. For example, if your patient has central incisors that are both 8.5 millimeters and have a diastema, it could be better for that patient to undergo orthodontic treatment rather than diastema closure with composite. After careful evaluation and the decision to complete your diastema closure with resin composite, a shade must be selected. This can be done using the Vita Shade Guide. Just as a shout out to Dr. Lamb with the cost of products, I did look this up and the cost for a Vita Shade Guide off Amazon is around $175, so they are a little pricey. The shade selection should be completed prior to placing your rubber dam isolation. After rubber dam isolation is placed, the teeth become dehydrated and will appear lighter than they are once they are rehydrated. This should be done with all makeup removed, such as dark lipstick, and it should be done against a neutral background in either natural or corrected light. So don't be shining the overhead light or your loop light down on the patient when doing your shade selection. When completing your diastema closure, you need to keep in mind all of the embrasures that we learned back in the beginning of dental school. Looking straight on, we have our gingival and incisal embrasures. And if you were going to look in the mirror, you can see your facial and your lingual embrasures. In this example, number 8 is over-contoured and the line angle is incorrectly placed. This over-contour results in a deficient gingival embrasure, and the discrepancy in incisoggingival length along with the contour results in an excessive incisal embrasure. Looking from an occlusal view, we can see that the line angle on number 9 is proper. However, our line angle is over-rounded on number 8. This over-rounding creates an excessive facial embrasure. However, if we were to build up our line angle properly, we can see that then we will have an appropriate facial embrasure. In this example, our contour for 8 and 9 is correct, leading to appropriate gingival and incisal embrasures. Since our line angles are appropriately placed, we have nice facial and lingual embrasures. All right, and that wraps up our huddle for this week. We'll see you in clinic. Please come prepared with any questions that you have for your faculty.